Now, as a football fan of many, many years, you get to realise that football is not everything. But when you do have an interest in football, whether it be a hobby or you're making money from the sport, things can change very, very quickly. It was just the other day we were in 4th place without even playing a game. Chelsea were losing. We were on an upward spiral, very, very steep. But now things don't look too rosy for us. What can we do about it? What can Unai Emery do about the elephant in the room, which is the defence that cannot defend? Let's get into my review, post-match review. Man City versus Arsenal. Oh my goodness. Hi, and welcome again to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Yeah, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 days is a long time in football. Things change very, very quickly. Now, I'm reminded that even when I used to play football at school, the manager always used to say to us that these are the tactics. If you stick to my tactics, what I'm asking you to do, then things should be okay. Leave everything else, but just stick to the tactics. Now, Unai Emery, as much as he must have planned everything with the players, the coaches there preparing his players there, nothing, I mean nothing can account for silly errors in the defensive areas. Now, we've said it many times that IWOBI has been really, really good this season. And I think he said himself that under Unai Emery, he's probably played his best that he's ever played under Unai Emery. However, when you dilly-dally near the area and you don't play for percentages, which means just clear the ball, you're going to get punished. And that's what happened. You know, we've seen that Alex Iwobi, sometimes his end product is not that fantastic. He can be a little bit indecisive. So unfortunately, within the first minute, before I even got home, I saw the score flash up. And what did I see? Man City 1, Arsenal 0. And when I finally did get home, I saw it was a silly mistake by Alex Iwobi where he dilly-dallied on the ball, got caught out, and lo and behold, Kun Aguero scored the first goal. So again, the manager can't account for those silly mistakes and errors there. And then the second goal, well, actually not the second goal, so we pulled one back in the club captain, Laurent Koscielny. Really good header, and he's probably making a habit of this now. You know, he scored probably the second goal, which was similar to that. But we had hope. Was it false hope? Well, we had hope anyway. So yeah, we pulled it, 1-1. And all the while I was thinking, can we hold on until half time? Can we just hold on so Unai Emery can gather up the troops? Because we've known at the beginning of the season, he's good at riding the troops. Second half, we come out of all guns blazing, pardon the pun again. Could we hold out just for a few more minutes and then for a few more seconds and milliseconds? Nah, we couldn't hold out. We couldn't hold out. And I thought it was a really good goal by Man City. Again, it was a tap-in. But when I looked at it again, MUSTAFI was playing the Man City players on side. All the other defenders had gone out, and he was at the back, playing all the players on side. I also noticed Nacho Monreal. He looked at Kun Aguero, and he trotted inside, and then he lost Kun Aguero, and Aguero had a tap-in. So again, you cannot blame Unai Emery. He had his tactics there, but the players just switched off. It's the minimal things. I used to be, into self-help books, and these books always say, do the small things, do the simple things, and then the big things will take care of themselves. If you're not doing the small things, the finer details, then you're going to pay the price. And that's what happened. That's what happened. It was the silly mistakes and the errors there that cost us big time there. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, well, why wasn't Ozil playing? We didn't have anybody creating in the midfield there. Now, the Ozil theme or topic or debate or whatever you're going to call it is going to rage on and on and on until it comes to a head. Personally, I'm not sure how much he would have brought to the match today. What we have been lacking is midfield. Actually, other players who have the capacity and capability of scoring goals, because we cannot be so reliant on Alexandre Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to score the goals. If they're not scoring the goals, where are the goals going to come from? Ozil has probably scored less than 5 goals this season. So we need other players to step up to the plate and score the goals. We missed this person in the defence to rally the troops. When the times get tough, our heads go down, we're looking around for someone to step up to the plate, to show us the way to go. We don't have anyone of that ilk, except for Socrates Papastathopoulos. We missed him today, really, hand on heart. He would have rallied the troops. Putting a tackle would have rallied the troops up. The communication there would have rallied the troops up. When they were passing the ball left, right and centre back, our heads went down, and I'm sure Socrates would have rallied the troops. I'm not looking to Koscielny to do that. He's never been that kind of player. Now, Unai Emery has given Ozil the armband. He's not that kind of player to rally the troops. Maybe by, the way that he plays, but you need someone there to, gear up the guys and tell them, come on, keep on going. And we don't have that person there unless Socrates is playing. So it was a quiet match. All the while I was thinking, as bad as we're playing, we're only 2-1 down, and I haven't seen much from Aubameyang or Lacazette. But it didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So until Unai Emery, again, he goes out there and gets, a top-class central defender, that elephant is going to continue in the room until we shift it out. And again, that white elephant I'm talking about is the defence. The defence that cannot defend. Now, I'm sorry for the rant, slight rant there, but it is what it is. Like I said, in my intro, 1 or 2 days is a long time in football. Things change so quick. Now we are back in 6th place. 6th place. And who's above us? Well, Chelsea and Manchester United. They've been on a great run. They haven't lost, I think, maybe 8 matches now. So, well, apart from that loss they had there. Well, no, it wasn't a loss. It was a draw there. But things change very, very quickly. Now, can we change things up again? We have the power to, but until the players take responsibility and stop making silly mistakes, it doesn't matter how Unai Emery sets up the players. He prepares them in training, go through the formation, makes the substitutions. It's not going to mean squat diddly. Squat diddly. It's not gonna matter one iota. So that's down to the players. It's not down to Unai Emery. I'm sorry, guys. Apart from that, I had to say that Matteo Guendouzi, I did have a little go at him in my preview about releasing the ball, release the ball quick, and he had probably one of his best games under Unai Emery in the red and white of Arsenal there, but it didn't count for much because the end result, the end game is we lost 3-1. There's not much more to say. There's not much more to be said. We need to get rid of that elephant, in the room, and Unai Emery has to nudge it out and improve it. The defence that cannot defend. Anyhow, You've been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And yeah, I defeated breaking news.